This is AI News Today, and here's what happened in the world of AI in the past 24 hours. Let's dive right into our main story today, which explores a fascinating reality about the AI race. While most companies are chasing the same goal of reaching artificial general intelligence, they're taking wildly different paths to get there. This conversation really heated up after China's Moonshot AI just dropped something called Kimi K2 that has the AI community absolutely buzzing. Now, if you haven't heard of Moonshot AI, don't worry. Most people outside of China haven't either. But their new model is packing some serious punch with 1 trillion parameters and something called 32 billion active parameters. What makes this particularly impressive is that K2 is actually outperforming some of the biggest names in AI, including Claude for Opus and GPT-4, on multiple coding and knowledge benchmarks. And here's the kicker. It's completely open source, meaning anyone can build on top of it or examine how it works under the hood. But what's really fascinating is how different companies are approaching this AI race. OpenAI, for instance, found their success by essentially throwing more computing power and training data at their models, the bigger is better approach. Meanwhile, Elon Musk's xAI took a different route with Grok 4 by focusing heavily on something called reinforcement learning. Think of it like giving a model a gold star every time it gets an answer right. Instead of putting all their computing power into the initial training phase, they scaled up this reward-based learning phase instead. Now, Moonshot's approach with Kimi K2 was different yet again. Most AI models have trouble maintaining focus during their training process, kind of like how your attention might wander during a really long lecture. But K2 used something called a muon optimizer that helped it refresh its attention mechanism throughout the entire training process, keeping it sharp from start to finish. Then there's Meta, which has taken perhaps the riskiest approach of all. They're offering pay packages well above the industry average, betting that bringing together some of the brightest minds in AI will lead to breakthrough techniques that haven't even been thought of yet. Though it's worth noting that some former researchers have criticized the company for lacking a clear vision or direction, calling out what they describe as a culture of fear spreading through the organization. The big takeaway here is that AI progress isn't just about building bigger models or buying more GPUs anymore. It's about scaling the right things at the right time, whether that's compute power, fine-tuning techniques, data curation, or the people behind the models. This means the next real breakthrough might not come from scaling at all, but from completely rethinking what we're optimizing for in the first place. Shifting gears to some other major developments today, we've got some serious corporate drama brewing. OpenAI just missed out on a major acquisition opportunity, and Google swooped right in to capitalize on their fumble. A few months ago, OpenAI offered to buy Windsurf, formerly known as Codium, for $3 billion. Windsurf is what's called a vibe coding startup that helps developers write code more intuitively. Well, that deal fell through, and now Google has announced they've poached Windsurf's CEO Varun Mohan along with several other key employees. They're heading to DeepMind to strengthen Gemini's autonomous coding capabilities. That's got a sting for OpenAI. Speaking of autonomous coding, Goldman Sachs just made headlines by announcing they've essentially hired their first AI coder. The investment bank has partnered with a company called Cognition, whose Devin program helped kick off the autonomous coding wave last year. Now, JP Morgan Chase and Morgan Stanley have their own AI initiatives, but Goldman is apparently going a step further by letting Devin handle entire engineering workflows autonomously, rather than just assisting human developers. Another interesting development, Meta just acquired PlayAI, a company that specializes in creating lifelike generative voice agents. They're planning to integrate this technology into Meta AI and their AI characters. It's a clear sign that Meta's aggressive buying spree in the AI space isn't slowing down anytime soon. In some other quick updates, Sam Altman announced that OpenAI is delaying the release of their long-awaited open-source model, which was originally supposed to launch this week. The reason? More safety testing. Meanwhile, there are some interesting questions being raised about Grok 4's objectivity. It appears the chatbot studies Elon Musk's posts before responding to controversial political topics, which raises some doubts about xAI's claim that Grok is maximally truth-seeking. And finally, there's been a fascinating cultural moment happening online. A video inspired by the movie Whiplash has racked up hundreds of millions of views by perfectly capturing how quickly we become unimpressed with groundbreaking technology and start demanding more. It's a pretty accurate reflection of where we are with AI right now. What seemed impossible just months ago is now our baseline expectation. That's it for today. Make sure to like, subscribe, or follow, and see you tomorrow for more AI news.